Yeah.
Hello, hello. Happy Sunday to everyone. We are back with a special edition of the Chief and Go, talking to the Queen, Recke, Shauney Baby Recke. We had our first conversation the other day, and we had some technical difficulties due to her being in the mountains up in Cali, and it's Thanksgiving, and the towers probably got a little crowded and with some static going on. But we are here to continue the conversation about her journey as a drummer and just being a dynamite person. Okay. So I got my intro today. I got my backgrounds and everything. Everything is back in check. So I'm going to bring her in and we're going to get it going.
Oh, look at the background.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm
It's Sunday.
good.
That's what I said.
Hey. What's up?
I'm sorry.
It's yeah, I love the way my name. Shawnee Baby Recke.
Recke. Yes, indeed. The queen.
Always Shawnee Baby, always Shawnee Baby.
Absolutely. And maybe that's what Bugs say, you a baby, Shirley E. Okay, Bugs. Now I get it. Shawnee Baby, Shirley E. But how you doing today?
I'm tired, but I'm
Right.
good.
Look, I had an impromptu late night listening party, listening to songs I've done for years on TikTok last night. Okay,
Wow.
super late night. So
Yeah.
I'm getting it together because today is my birthday.
Happy birthday to
Hey,
ya.
hey,
Happy
hey.
birthday to ya. Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday. Thank you so much. This is
Wow, that's
definitely a
cool.
treat
You
to
gave
have
me
you
30
on.
minutes of your birthday time today. That's cool. Wow. That's
Absolutely.
cool.
Absolutely. I wouldn't have it any other way.
That's
So
cool.
we left off on, we were talking about the touring,
Torn.
right?
Yes.
So I wanted to I know you said when you moved to Cali, you lived with, or no, I don't remember that part. I'm making that
Yeah.
up. You were invited by some drummer friends. Basically, you were in a drum
Well,
circle.
one friend, right? One
Oh,
friend, Mr. Gordon Campbell, accomplished,
Gordon Campbell.
successful drummer, producer.
Yes.
He got an album out, by the way, called Conversations. It is like it's a powerful record. But so yeah, I lived with Gordon Campbell and Trevor Lawrence Jr., another phenomenal drummer, producer, so much more. And so they just like took me out to all the spots in LA, and I just sat in because that's what it's about. You go to the city, you go to all the happening spots, you sit in, you go to auditions, and then if you're lucky, by God's grace, you start booking opportunities. And touring is amazing. There's nothing like it. Those moments on stage, and those moments, even if a show is 2 hours, by the time you hit the stage to the end, it felt like 15 minutes or less. But there's so much prior to that actually happening, which takes a lot of time, and a lot of preparation, right? Not just musically, and technically speaking, preparing yourself, but mentally, physically, right? The body, conditioning the body, mind, and soul, exercising so that you have the endurance, right? You're traveling all over the world. If you're lucky, even if you're traveling just within the United States, it takes a lot. It's a lot of physical work, and in and out of airports, in and out of shuttle services, in and out of hotels. It's a lot of physicalness, and it takes like, man, I'm tired. How do I prepare my body to be able to withstand all of this? Obviously, you got to drink a lot of fluids, water, get a lot of sleep, and exercise. Otherwise, you ain't gonna make it.
Right. Right. Yeah,
And eat the right things. You got to eat the right
right.
foods, because what happens is, even if you think, oh, I don't eat greens much or salads, when you get out there and you realize how taxing things are on your body, It's clear that when you put something in your body, you feel a certain way. So it's like, okay, this is making me really exhausted. Let me try this. And that replenishes you, it gives you energy. So you do more of what feeds you and makes you feel good and makes you have the energy. And so people learn. If they're not there yet, they learn by way of.
Experience, right? You
Hmm.
gotta you gotta figure it out. And correction,
Yeah.
it is Saturday. It's my birthday. My mother kept saying It's Saturday. It's not Sunday. I was like,
I
what are you
know it's
saying?
Saturday. I know.
It's Sunday. Saturday.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's the Sabbath.
yes. Hey, look, it's just happy time, okay?
Excuse me.
Another year around the sun. Bless you, bless you.
Thank you.
So yeah, I thought that was important to you know, just talk about because, like you said, it's taxing, and and if you're not prepared, then it could break you down.
Yeah.
And you've had the experience, so just wanted the people to hear that from you. And so,
Hmm.
how was that the touring, like, as far as, of course, seeing places and traveling, that part of it, but
Hmm.
did you enjoy it, being away? Did you have your kids at the time, the family? How was that part of it
Well,
in terms of?
definitely. You know, also touring comes with a sacrifice. Even when I left DC, right? So I'm at my family's house. It's a holiday, so the kids are sleeping right now. I'm trying to get this done before the princess wakes up because she's gonna come in here and everything's gonna change. She's gonna be like, "You're on video. I want to be on video," but
Right.
she's 9. But I think even when I left DC, like you miss your family, and it's just something, especially when you're young or not, you just miss your family. And it's easy to be comfortable, right? It's easy to want to stay in what comforts you and makes you feel, so when I even left DC, it was hard, because every week I'm calling mom, like, I want to go home. I miss you guys so much. And then even when you're touring and you're out of the country or not, you miss your family. But just over time, it's like taking your first steps walking or going to college for the first time, going away from home, you miss people. But in time, like doing it, repetition, it gets better. I mean, it doesn't change the fact that you miss the family or you miss your friends, but you just, it's like adulting. You got to do what you got to do because it's your career. You have aspirations, you have dreams, and sometimes that takes you away from the things that you're used to or what's comfortable. And so I will tell you, it was not easy. God, it was not easy. But what is easy, right?
Right.
If you want to be successful, just like with your podcast, anything you do takes work, it takes consistency, it takes focus, and you put in the work, and that's how things start. That's how things build, like a fire. Something tiny builds to something amazing. And so it was definitely hard, and but we make these sacrifices for the things that we love, for the things that we're passionate about. And but no, it's not easy, so I'll tell you that.
Right.
But again, when I think about it, sometimes, when you have your first and the beginnings of your career, you just want to have these experiences. But over time, as people start getting older and you start having losses, you realize, wow, man, was it worth it? Right? Was it worth it? It's hard to say that when you're in your 20s and 30s because you just want to, hey, it's like I'm living the glamorous life. But when you come full circle, like we all will one day, right? We all will leave this place one day. So you just have to look back at the things that you've done and say, was it worth it? You come back full circle and you made the sacrifices and you had the experiences. And then you realize, oh, at first I just I want to be on stage with such and such. But then, you've had those experiences and you get to a certain point and you realize, like, wow, I was able to live my dreams, but now life is different because when you have a family and you have kids, you have people that you're responsible for, and you continue the work, but perhaps in a different way, shifting, right? For me, I'll always be a drummer. I'll continue to tour at different levels depending on who it is. but there are so many younger girls, regardless of what they're doing. It doesn't have to be drums, and not just girls but boys. We're always teaching someone something, right? I think, I just saw something about a woman who had two kids and a family and still has her career. Just because you have a family doesn't mean you have to give up your career, right? But you just have to do some adjustments. And for me, because I have a heart for the people, I want to, as I get older, by God's grace, and live a full life beyond 100 years, hopefully. But I want to instill, inspire, encourage, and help younger people, whether they're boys or girls, male or female. I want to help them, to have, fulfill their dreams.
Absolutely. And I think that's the greatest gift is inspiration, right? To inspire someone else to give knowledge,
Yes,
experience, to impart that in other
definitely.
people. And like you said, if it was easy, I was going to say, a lot of stuff, if it's, you put in the work and it's worth it. Things that are
Yeah,
easy, usually, something that come easy it is not as valuable or
it's don't
worth.
go ways.
Yeah, it's kind of easy
Yeah.
come, easy go. So, but then you
Mm-hmm.
said you even had to weigh was it worth it? And that's
Yeah.
I mean, because like you said, you might lose certain things or things you looking back in the
Mm-hmm.
one moment it felt like this. So that makes
Mm-hmm.
a lot of sense. That's wisdom, right? Because
Yes.
you live your dream and you make your decisions and you
Mm-hmm.
live with those decisions. And like you said, then you move on and try to share the ups, downs, ins, and outs of all that with younger people so that
Yeah.
they can navigate it and make the best decisions. But definitely appreciate the information, the wisdom of from the experience because I
Mm-hmm.
haven't had those tours, but I
Yeah.
speak to a lot of people, and I get these same type of experiences. Like
Yes.
one guy, he said, "Man, we ate, I ate peanut butter and jelly a lot, sandwiches,
Yes.
right? Because I'm all over the world, different cultures, different food."
Mm-hmm.
On the road, like you're trying to sustain and keep you gotta have your stomach right during that stage too, right? So you got
Yes.
sensitive
Mm-hmm.
stomach. And he was like, that's it's a pretty healthy meal, right? I mean,
Yes.
nutritious and
Protein.
quick and
Yeah.
simple protein. Yeah, and I said that I never thought about it like that. I just, as a kid, of course, we love peanut butter and jelly with some milk. But when he said that, I was like, that makes a lot of sense. But
Yeah.
shout out to Lady
Greg
O.
Clark.
Thank you. Greg Clark. Oh, Greg Clark.
Yeah, I had to
Yeah,
think. You made me think about him because I'm just so happy for him. But I remember meeting him so long ago, and I'm like, dang, how old am I? Because I mean, I see him and we talk and hug each other, but he makes me feel like, man, I'm like Jesus, you know what I mean?
right,
But
right.
I'm just like, wow. I'm just saying life is something and we're all connected, And when I come home, when I was saying there's no place like home, when I come home, just being home and hearing the music and seeing my people, it's like, man, like there's no place like home. And I've lived in
Absolutely.
our country and outside, and I love many places, but there's no place like home because it's home. It's the roots of who you are.
Hmm. I I understand completely. I lived in Atlanta for a few years.
Hmm. So
Um,
that's how you know Little John. I know
yeah,
Little John.
exactly.
Yeah, I
Yep,
love him. Yeah.
yep. Good guy. He would come out.
Hmm.
We had a band. XO band still down there. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I need to go down there and
How was?
visit.
Yeah. Well, you said you coming here soon, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, maybe we can get together and do
I'll
some
let you
boom
know.
boom 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 tat 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 tat
Yeah.
tat 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 tat. Make a
I
video or
told
something. That'd
Buggy I
be
want to
cool.
do something with a number of drummers, so we got to do something for sure.
Oh, the general. You
Hmm.
talk to the general. Love that dude. I'm
I
going to see
know.
them tonight. Saturday, not Sunday.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
Give
For the
my love.
birthday. Absolutely.
Celebrate your birthday. That's a good way to celebrate your birthday.
Yeah. Backyard for life.
Yeah.
For sure. They playing in Columbia. Not a spot
Okay.
called Nottingham's. I haven't been there yet,
Oh,
but they say
okay.
it's pretty decent.
Oh,
So
nice.
then we have the podcast, right?
Yes. Hmm.
When did you start that?
I started the podcast during the pandemic. And I
Okay.
started the podcast because a lot of people, obviously, nobody really was prepared for what took place, right? But I found, not publicly, but a lot of people were suffering in silence. A lot of people were depressed. People were struggling. And although, at first they were like, oh, just a week and a month, and I was thinking, okay, this gonna be over. And man, months later, and it's still going. And I just feel like my mind is always like, okay, we're gonna get this. We're gonna, after a while you get tired, you're climbing the ladder. I'm almost at the top. But a lot of people started falling into depression and stuff. And so, what I wanted to do with the Process podcast is talk to people, and not even just musicians or creatives, but people, period, because a lot of people were suffering. And so, I wanted to create that podcast as a platform for people to have conversations. I think at that point, a lot of people realize, I did this with my life and I wasn't really happy because sometimes you get into situations where you do what you have to do. But I think people have to figure out how to find balance in their lives. People have to figure out while they're doing what they have to do, a way to do what they want to do so that they can have that balance where they can just be happy and grateful. And so I wanted to create this podcast where I would invite my friends, just musicians from all over the world, and have a conversation about fear, about stepping out on faith, just taking chances and risk, things that we all did to get where we are, because it's necessary for people to hear the real stories, not just to see you traveling with these celebrity artists or having these experiences in different countries, but to understand that there is a real life to this. And I don't want to just show you the exciting, fun part, because before all of this, I had to get on the treadmill for an hour and a half every day to prepare myself stamina or cardio wise, to do a 2.5 hour show, or to, what you have to do to prepare yourself to stand out on a moving vehicle at the Macy's Day Parade, but you're
Right.
freezing. You could be sick or anything. You're freezing. And I mean, it's really cold. So people just see all this. They don't realize then maybe after that parade, you're sick as heck, and you have to do a tour and you have to get up there and play drums or get on stage, even if you have a fever of 104, Otherwise, you may have to bring somebody else in. So there are a lot of things that people don't know. They just think everything is wonderful all the time, and it is great, but also along with the greatness comes the not so great.
Right. Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
So
Yep, that's
definitely,
what
that's what I thought that was
not
important.
a lot of sleep. So you're in the airport like, okay, we
Right.
gotta wait. I'm gonna take a nap with these shades on. And it's funny because I remember, like, I wear shades a lot and I have in the past. It's like, no, nobody's been Hollywood. I'm tired. you know, I
Okay.
almost came with shades on today, but it's like you're just tired. You're just covering those eyes because you're tired.
Right. Right.
so
Wow. Wow. That's
yeah.
a beautiful thing. And you said you have a book coming, right? A book.
Yeah, 2026.
Okay. What's the name of it?
2026. I don't want to say yet because it's
Oh,
it's
okay. It's
it's
not
with the
okay.
attorneys. Yeah,
I
but
got.
definitely 2026 people. So I'll be doing a lot of talks. I got a book tour coming up called Booked, Balanced, and Bold. So there'll be a lot of ads around that, and I'm excited. I'll be sharing
Me too.
stories, having talks, Q&A, meet and greets, merchandise, everything. I'm so excited. I'm so excited because it's a lot of stuff
Absolutely.
that a lot of people don't know. So I'm excited sharing my story, and just a lot of things that I wrote in my experiences because, with life and experiences is growth, right? And you hope to share these stories so that other people don't, walk on the wrong side. And I'll give an example of that when I think about living in LA. And people always come to the hotel, let's have a meeting at the hotel. Well, I learned, I'm from DC. My mother was like, if somebody wants to meet with you, like she always said, you know, don't go to someone's hotel. I'm a little woman, so any guy can, and so it's like, nah, we don't have to meet at the hotel. We can meet at Starbucks or at the restaurant downstairs in the hotel, right? But you can find yourself in situations where things can change pretty quick. So
Yeah.
that's a nugget right there. Never
Oh yeah.
meet with someone you don't know, or even know, in private places like that. Make sure they're always public, you know.
Right. Right.
So,
What's their motives at this point? And it could
yeah.
be innocent, but don't take those
Yes.
chances, basically.
Yeah, the chances. Because once a woman or anyone who is sexually assaulted has an experience like that, that's trauma, right?
Hmm.
And then you have to live with that for the rest of your life. And it's not
Exactly.
easy. Think about people who live with trauma. There's all kinds of trauma, right? The pandemic was a trauma to a lot of people,
Whew.
and to a certain level for all of us. It's like, well, I mean, we never experienced anything like that. And one thing I can say from touring, I remember just seeing people from just anywhere in the Asian places where we would travel, they would wear masks and gloves. And, we're like, why are they doing that? When I would go to Japan and Korea, like a lot of different places. And then when it happened here, when we had that pandemic and we had to walk around with masks and gloves, now I realize, whoa, this is, So in a lot of those places, they were doing it to protect people from being sick because maybe they had a cold, but we weren't used to that. And then here we were wearing that, every day. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah. That was just such a change. Like you said, it's traumatic because
Yeah.
we had to adjust. It's just something we weren't, we had never experienced.
Wow.
And
Yeah,
you're still feeling those aftershocks.
definitely.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so happy that everybody can gather, come to concerts, come together and have meals, like things get everything. It's just, whoo, grateful, man.
Indeed. And I'm grateful for you coming back and finishing this interview and just having these conversations, like, with people having this experience and like grateful and proud of you. You got your book coming. I talked to Juju. He's gonna come on.
Yeah.
He's got a book coming. So like these
Yay.
DC drummers in specific, the
Yes.
musicians in general, just the people from this culture in this area. And I was like I said, I'm just grateful to be able to
Elevation.
call them and talk and
Yeah.
learn and I'm just proud of everybody, man. I love
Yes.
our culture, and that's why I do this. I keep it cranking for the culture, and I think we
You
have great
got
things
to.
coming, and
Yeah, we do.
so,
And I
yeah,
love Juju, man. I looked up to him as a kid. I met him as a little kid, man. Oh, I remember.
that
I
was
love
another
him.
thing I wanted to say on the last part when you said you were talking about being from DC and other places, and like kind of this attitude or the way we feel. We're not starstruck. It's just we just a certain breed. Then I was saying,
Yes.
and being a drummer too, right? It adds another edge. Or like you were saying, knowing or just being around and playing with these certain celebrities and just kind of like this thing that comes along. It's a feeling, right? It's a confidence, even just from being in these situations. Then you said
Yes.
you met Cindy, not
Oh,
Blackman,
Cindy
Cindy Blackman.
Blackman. Yeah.
And at this young age, coming to Duke. And so even I was thinking, even as a youngster, right? I had the same
Yes.
experiences, met people that
Yes.
of high esteem, and it kind of gives you a confidence even in yourself as you walk through life. So when you said that, I meant to, I wanted to bring that up. And I
But
think
you know what?
that's
I
go ahead.
think, I'm sorry. I think being from DC, having like all of these leaders who represent and look like
Right.
me. So when you go anywhere in the world, you're like, excuse me, I'm from DMV, Chocolate City, with my doctor, the dentist, the lawyer, this, that, you know what I mean? So
Right.
it's like, it's just like when I got the Keenan Ivory Wayans show. Like I got lawyers in my family. Like I just called my attorney cousin in New York, it's like
Right.
DC. It's so many people, It's just nice to see the wide range academically, scholars, HU, it's like, and it's nice to see people that represent you in your own right. And so wherever you go, you know who you are. But
Mhm.
some people may not know who they can be, right? And I felt like being from DC and the family I came from, it's like I can do whatever I want, you know? Because of that
Absolutely.
love and that wide range. I mean, I was in the summer program because of Marion Barry, so
Right. Right.
cool.
So many people, that that summer program, just the impact it
Yes,
had on people's lives was major, and that's why he's
definitely.
the mayor for life, right?
Yes.
But real quick, the when you did the Keenan show, how was that? Did it film in the morning, at night? Was it two times a day? How did that work?
So basically, we would have to be on set at not maybe 9 or 10 in the morning. We would go on set at 9 or 10, and we would, the stage, we had the stage where there was filming, we had our dressing rooms, and then we had another room area where the band would go and practice. So we would go there and practice with the music director because there was a music director. We had to go over cues. The MD for the show, I mean, they had cues, because there's
Right.
interviews and different things in between interviews, and we had to go over all those musical cues. We had to practice songs. We had to write and create songs because whatever songs we wanted to play, we had to tell the music supervisor or the person who handles getting the rights to play that
Licensing.
song on the show. I mean,
Right.
there's so much to television.
Wow.
And then you got to go to hair and makeup. You're like, what? Can I just? No,
Right.
you can't do that. They fix you up. You're sitting in the makeup chair, like, okay, I'm hungry. You're doing that. And then there's time for eating. And then you go to the stylist or they put your clothes in your room. And you're like, okay, can I wear something else today?
Hurry up and wait
It was
and do
funny
it like
because
this.
it was funny because some of the stuff, and I remember I had to have a meeting with my boss, Keenan Ivory Wayans, who I love. I'm so grateful for him. And I'm
Man.
like, I'm playing drums. I can't, this is hard, because I'm sitting, right? I can't have these tight. And it's funny because I used to wear big pants. I think it was that era where the pants, the jeans were
Uh,
bigger, but then everything started being fitting. And now I've been wearing fitting ever since. But
right.
when I was in the show, everything was fitting. I'm like, geez, I had to get used to that. I'm like, I can't
Right.
play drums in these tight clothes.
Right.
But it
Man.
was it was fun because they I'm like, am I a Barbie doll? You look in the mirror and you
Right.
just I'm like, wow. You know?
Right. Hey,
So and
you
it's
know.
funny because when the show got canceled, I was on radio on air. I think it was with Tigger or someone. I was on air doing an interview in DC when the show got canceled. Literally, I was being interviewed.
Mm,
Oh, that was funny. But I was happy I was home. So I was like,
right.
okay, the show got canceled. I'll get another one.
That's
I
great.
thought it
Like
was,
on air, it's like, oh, breaking news. Also, the Keenan show is
right.
canceled. Shauney, how do you feel? Wow.
I'm like, I'm home. I'm good.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Keenan Ivory Waynes, man. Just a
Yes.
brilliant, brilliant guy,
Leader.
impactful to the culture.
Yes.
Indeed, just it goes a lot of people know, but I've just, some people don't know to the extent of what he went through, like with Living Color and, just
Yes.
our people and what we go through in those boardrooms and the politics and the, stuff behind that.
Yes.
But I mean, he did a lot of great things, comes from a great
Oh my goodness. Absolutely.
family, of course.
Hmm.
Brilliant, brilliant, Marlon, Damon, and all
Oh,
them. Love.
yes.
But yes, man, Shawnee baby, Recke, I appreciate you. I'm not gonna hold you like the princess is gonna be doing a flip on that couch in about
Right. She's
T
not
minus
awake
three
yet, but she'll
minutes.
be. Well, thank you so much. I can't wait to hang out with you when I come home, do some playing. Thank you for the opportunity. Again, happy birthday to you. Thank you for having me here on your birthday. That's never going to be forgotten. Um,
Yes.
I feel like that's a historical moment because it's your birthday. And, thank you for the opportunity to share my story and share my love and just get love from DMV, no place like home. And yeah, everybody, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and share it. Shawnee Recke, the Process Podcast. New, all things new in 2026. So I appreciate y'all and thank you.
Yes,
Huckabee.
appreciate you. A
You know
thousand.
what? I came across something on my feed. I'll say really quick. Conversations with, what's her name? Conversations with Convo. No, conversations with. There's a mom, an elderly woman in the DMV, and her daughter. They do this thing, and she's always singing a Huckabee song.
Oh yeah, I need to
Yeah.
tap in.
Yeah,
Man.
I'm gonna have to connect you because they just remind me of home. It's just nice to see a daughter and a mom. The mom is elderly woman, and she has dementia, and but she remembers the Huckabucks. That's all
Oh,
she
I think
does.
I know you talk about spotlight over the city, spotlight on over DC. I
Yeah,
think I know. I love her. I see her
yeah,
on Instagram, and she always, and talk about her and her husband and mom. She, kind of
yes,
be messing with her. Yeah, I love them.
yeah. When I
Yes.
come home, I wanna make arrangements to meet her because
Okay.
that's a
Yeah.
special lady. So
Yeah. I
yeah, thank
absolutely.
you.
Yeah, I can help with that because I,
Okay,
know them. So I think that
perfect.
spotlight over the city. Shout out to them. All
Yes.
right, well, you have a wonderful day, and we will meet soon, I'm sure.
All right,
And
brother.
that song is coming too, the
Hey.
pleasure song. This the Santa Claus. What is it? What's
Yes,
your
I
song?
know
Yeah,
Christmas.
that's a classic. Yeah, it'll
Yes.
be on the
I gotta
airways
come home
soon.
before. I
Yeah.
can't wait. Well,
So,
thank you. Happy weekend, everybody.
all right, thank you.
Thank you.
It's a vibe. On 95, I pledge allegiance to the great for as long as I'm alive. Cheef and Go.